Rightio, welcome to the round 16 episode of Lachie Brown's weekly footy roundup, and next week's a big one. It's the Melbourne-based episode. Rightio, for round 15. Fremantle versus Essendon at Optus Stadium. Well, it was a good win by the Dockers, 41 points. Geelong versus Brisbane at the Cattery. Oh, if Geelong had kicked straight, they would have won that game. It was 6 goals, 15 to Brisbane's 14-8. Carlton versus North Melbourne at the MCG. What an upset that was. North Melbourne by 11 points. Port Adelaide versus Sydney at Adelaide Oval. Man, the Swans kicked 9 goals, 17 and still won the game. As Port kicked 7-10. If the Swans had kicked straight, well, the margin would have been much worse. Collingwood St Kilda at the MCG. Marvel Stadium. Collingwood 16-12 to St Kilda 11-8. GWS and Gold Coast to the Expansion Cup. Gold Coast looked like Wolverine in that one, and they still lost by 7 points, 14-15 to 16-10. Western Bulldogs absolutely trounced Richmond at Marvel Stadium by 79 points. Now for the ladder. Collingwood is still top of the table with 48 points. Second is Brisbane on 42 points. Well, Geelong are in third, 2 points behind Brizzy. The Crows, they're still in fourth for percentage, while fifth and sixth are Hawthorn and Fremantle. And GWS are in seventh, all on the same points tally as Adelaide. Western Bulldogs are in eighth, as they just got up by percentage. Gold Coast are now in ninth. They've lost 3 in a row. Carlton are 10th. Well, Michael Voss is under pressure right now. Sydney Swans are in 11th. Port Adelaide 12th. Essendon 13th. The Blues are higher up on percentage with the same points tally. 14th we got Melbourne. 15th the Saints. North Melbourne sit in 16th right now. 17th is the Tigers, while West Coast are last on the ladder. Now for the round 16 predictions. Port Adelaide versus Carlton at Adelaide Oval. I reckon the Power will get up by 21 points. Swans and Bulldogs at the SCG. I'm going with the Swans in that one because Errol Gordon's back. By 1 point. Gold Coast and Melbourne at People First Stadium. I reckon Gold Coast will get up by 21. Hawthorn and North Melbourne at UTAS Stadium. I'm going with Hawthorn by 30 points. Collingwood and West Coast at Marvel Stadium. I'm going with Collingwood for that one as the safe bet. Unlike Zayden Manel, who called for West Coast to win by a kick, which is very un-Zayden Manel-like. But I'm going with the safe option. I'm going with Collingwood by 60 points. Richmond and Adelaide at the MCG. I'm going with the Crows by 137 points. Fremantle versus St Kilda at Optus Stadium. I reckon the Dockers will get up by 27 points. And that will wrap up the round 16 episode, which is a pretty quick one. And we'll see you next time for, well, the big one in Melbourne for round 17. We'll get to show you around the places in Melbourne, and we'll show you around Olympic Park Oval and the Marvel Stadium precinct. And also the MCG.